Well, I failed that intro, but we're back anyway. It doesn't matter anymore for the RaidCall EMS 1. Told you yesterday my production skills are a little bit rusty these days.
Still better than mine.
I can still talk a lot.
Yeah, still better than mine from last week, that's for sure.
I actually set the wrong input to come up afterwards. But either way, we're going into our second semi-final. Ninjas in Pyjamas versus 3D Max. Now, NIP have looked very, very solid in this game, in this tournament so far, obviously yesterday. And I'm interested to see how they're going to go into this one against 3D Max, who, you know, they've got a lot of top players in that lineup. They've struggled, though, to get through to the semi-final.
They did, and last week they weren't particularly impressive. They lost to, this is my best German now, Druckwelle last week, 16-14 in the second round. So, you know, they obviously came a bit unstuck last week, so they wanted to make amends this week, and luckily for us, and for the crowd, and for everyone that wanted them to get through and play NIP in this semi-final, they have done that. But you're right, they have struggled, so it'll be interesting to see whether they can put that behind them from yesterday and from last week as well. They've at least got themselves 50 points, which in the grand scheme of things, that's really what these cups are about. I mean, yes, there's some money up for grabs, and it's $1,000 for every cup as well, so it's still worth winning. But it's more for these guys. It's about making sure they reach the playoffs. So every point counts, and 50 for semi-finals is going to be great for them. But I already know that, you know, the quality that they have with Guardian leading the line for them means that they will definitely want to take this further and go into the grand final.
Well, I've just got to switch something out really quickly there because, as I said, my production skills are lacking today in ways that they've never lacked before.
Welcome to ESL. Can't get the stuff.
We just don't want to miss that pistol round. Just don't want to miss that pistol round. Here we go, then. Let's get into the game. We're in the knife round. I mean, not the pistol round.
Yeah, knife round. Your turn.
So yeah,
in German, please. In German.
Ist im Moment 3 gegen 3. Wir haben im PHP. I can't do it. I can't
do it. You were doing well.
That fast. I can't speak German that fast.
Joe!
Mess it
It was going so well. I was really enjoying that as well.
Yeah.
You just need to learn what the German for slice and dice is.
I need to learn a lot more German to commentate. Doing an interview in German and commentating in German is a very, very different thing.
You did very well with that interview. I thought it was awesome.
Well, that's about as impressive as it gets, I'm afraid. So here we go then. 3D Max versus Ninjas in Pyjamas. Pistol round underway. 3D Max, of course, won the knife round, which means they get to start their side of choice, which, unsurprisingly, is the CT side. Let's see what they're going to do with this one. And early smokes down. Actually, going to give a rundown of the teams here in a little while because we may have some early action going on as Exist is going to snipe off PHP there with that Glock. And they're actually moving down into this lower bomb site nicely. 3D Max actually rotated around to cover it, but Freiburg is already in. Bomb is planted. Heavy grenade damage coming around. Will they be able to hold on to this bomb plant? Guardian down to 10%. Oscar at 13 HP right now. So they're low. They've done that job and got them low, but Nip not exactly healthy of their own. Look at damn you, Get Right, for not having your full name at the start. Get Right coming around the side as Forest Grenade is going to take down Sneaks. Get Right is coming in, gets himself the 1 kill, hits the back of the legs of Cappy there, but can't quite finish that one off. Forest is going to kill himself off the ladder, which Sneaks gets the assist for, but it's going to be too late. Bomb going to explode. NIP win the pistol.
And last man alive, and only man alive in the round in the end, was Mr. Allison, a.k.a. Get Right. And certainly got it right that round. 1-0 to the Nips. And 3D Max losing the opening pistols. And when you're T-side on train, you want to win the pistols. And Heaton said last week they're going to have a 1-week boot camp for pistol training because they were so awful last week. Well, if they did, and I don't know whether they did, because I think he was half joking, of course, it certainly worked out for them. Forest and Freiburg picking up the early kills. In fact, Freiburg's picked himself up a double headshot. And make that 3. Is he going to get a 4th here? PHP's the only man putting any resistance up, and even that's sort of a bit lonesome, really. Forest picks up the final kill of the round, so a good chance to go through the 2 teams, I think.
Yeah, good chance indeed. So, for 3D Max, obviously on the CT side after winning that knife, losing the next 2, though, we have PHP, Cappy, Oscar, Guardian, and Sneaks. And for Ninjas in Pyjamas, of course, Fiflorent, Get Right, Freiburg, Exist, and Forest.
Yeah, interesting, just a side note, little story from the map picks. They were busy going through the map picks, and Exist said, let's play trains then.
I like train.
And that's why
I'm still not 100% sold on training go. I have to be honest. I'm still not 100% sold.
Why? Because of the way the train is out on the outside?
Yeah.
By the way, this was a buy round. This was a partial buy. Oscar's just going to get dropped, actually. He had the Mac shotgun in hand. Sneaks is now the last man alive with Pyjamas. So, third round early buy from 3D Max is not going to work. They've actually found themselves with a 5v1 right now. And Sneaks is going to get himself a whole world of Swedish pain heading his way. Far worse than a Swedish massage, that's for sure. The only massage he's going to get is actually from the AK of Get Right, but he did manage to pick up a frag in the middle of that.
Yeah, did get himself one, but that's not the trade that you're looking for buying up in the third round, especially as CTs as well. That's what could be a costly mistake in the end for them, but we'll have to see how it all pans out.
I was just looking at what Fifth Laren had bought. Bearing in mind this is round 4.
What did he buy?
Wait for it.
Yeah. Getting in there with the shotguns.
Yeah.
Well, why not? They know that they're going to be on the save here again, so there's no actual point in spending that money just yet.
No.
It's true enough.
He's going to be picking up AWP next round anyway, so not a big deal for him. 2 from Freiburg in this round. Already, 1 from Get Right, as you'd expect, but Freiburg started off like a train, actually, whilst they're on that map. Bomb planted yet again for the extra cash. It's a 4v2 right now. Guardian and Sneaks are the last two. In fact, Sneaks has got himself that Mac, so is he able to get himself a frag? Well, no, and he probably should have been able to get one from there as well. That was short-range distance, exactly what that shotgun is for. And talking of 4s, it's 4-0.
Yeah, 4-0 on the T side of train here. NIP coming out with a very, very strong start. 3D Max back on the buy, but they've got to do something with it. They are losing a lot more than they will have wanted to. As Get Right again, setting himself up that pixel grenade, and then just a couple of flashes lobbed straight over the top, which kind of indicates that they're already heavily pushed out towards this outer bomb site, as Guardian is going to nail Exist for the first kill. There's Oscar.
Hello.
Double AWP defense in play for 3D Max. There's more flashes going over. Can they find any in response here, though? If they're just trolling on the train. The troll train,
oh.
He just shot his teammate there, which was an interesting choice for him. It's like, well, if I can't get any of them, might as well take one of my own. Get Right's grenade will land on Cappy, but so far that's the only kill for NIP. As we've got f0rest pushing his way in towards that inner site. More of a distraction, although he does have the bomb, so whether they were planning to rotate on that the whole time remains still to be seen. But they still have Guardian on this outer bomb site. Get Right is on by the 6 trains. And Guardian knows that he's there as well. Waiting with the AWP, misses the shot, which on any normal day, you'd probably expect him to hit. Hits the harder one of the two, actually. f0rest doing a good job, but there is Guardian still at the back. Gets himself the third. Brilliant hat-trick coming out. And NIP being destroyed by Guardian there. Obviously got the first pick of the round, then those 3 to finish off. He's done all the work for 3D Max.
That was some fantastic AWPing. That was like AWPing of old from Guardian, who have set themselves up in a very French manner with double AWP on train. Something we've seen the French do quite a lot. And Guardian coming up absolutely perfectly. There's another one from Oscar inside the inner bomb site this time round. Might get himself... No, that smoke's going to deter him from picking anything else off. He's just going to spam through it, though. And he's actually busy hitting the ramp. Man advantage for 3D Max this time round. Cappy seems to believe that he's found one, and Fifth Laren has found one. And at the moment, like many train matches, it's turned into a bit of an AWP versus AWP battle. Advantage 3D Max, though, in terms of the AWPs, that's for sure. Cappy now having been smoked out at the back of the outer bomb site, has unfortunately let 2 men come through Ivy, so they're already through. He won't know that yet. Now the smoke's cleared. Bomb is being planted on that train right now as Exist picks up the headshot on Sneaks, and it's now a 4 versus 2. This was a advantage man to 3D Max, and suddenly they found themselves behind through some nifty little bits of play by the Ninjas, who, well, they ninja'd their way into that outer bomb site, and Get Right now has disposed of Cappy. Oscar's now last man alive, wants to save that AWP, but now he's going to find himself attacked from all angles here. They won't want to let him get away with that AWP, and now 2 men towards him on the stairs. He'll pick up the first one, but won't get the second, and that'll be 5-1 to the Swedes, and as Joe said in the previous round, it's a team map, obviously, suddenly. But only if you're Swedish and you're called Ninjas in Pyjamas.
Well, that doesn't help 3D Max at all, you know. Yeah, winning that one round is always good, but you have to get a roll going, especially as the CT side here that's going to be stronger. And because they've lost that next round, obviously, after winning the one, they are now back to square one in terms of the weapons. Fifflern getting in position already with that AWP. Actually, I'm going to switch around to him quickly here as he misses the shot onto PHP. Can he finish off with the pistol? Yes, he can. Just about there at the end. Actually, it was help from his teammates that did it. So, you know, I'm not going to give him too much credit for that. But he survived, and that's the important thing of that one. Guardian, who we did see picking up 4 in the round that 3D Max won, is now all alive. And he's not going to last for long. Freiburg nails into the wall, and that is 6-1 Ninjas in Pyjamas.
Yeah, as expected, really, on the eco. And are they going to have to double eco here? No, they're not. They are going to have.
Oh
no, they're going to do the. They're going to do the shotgun eco. So double shotguns for PHP and Cappy. Meanwhile, Nipper completely undeterred by them. Whatever they're going to do, they don't really care. They're just going to set themselves up the way they want to play this round. Exists with the opening kill, and there's Guardian at short range, nails Freiburg in the head, and they're 1 for 1. Fifflaren, though, should be able to pick up this one straightforwardly. Does so. Picks up the shot on Guardian. So they've lost one of the shotgun masters, but Oscar has managed to pick himself up that fallen man's gun. So 3. Cappy. Oh, hello, Cappy. Double headshot. Surprised Fifflaren in the back while he was scoped up. And then got the second one at point blank range as well. And that's made it a 3 versus 1 as Cappy picks off Get Right with the stolen AWP from Fifflaren. What a mistake and a maker from the Swedes. Cappy, take a bow.
Yeah, he really put a Cappy in his ass there.
Have you been stealing my pun books, Joe Miller?
Terrible, terrible. But, in all seriousness, that was a brilliant move from Cappy, coming around
fantastic.
the back. Really teed up that first shot so that he didn't miss, and then was able to get the second one as well. Gets himself an AWP, picks up number 3. Brilliant stuff. And NIP starting off badly here. They've lost 2 men already. PHP and Oscar completely thwarting this attack on the outer bomb site. And that will give them some time to play with as they dig in deeper on the defense. But for Ninjas in Pyjamas, at the end of the day, they're on the T side. So, you know, whilst this might have been going better for them at this stage, it's still not looking bad whatsoever. They've got 6 rounds already here on that T side as the flash goes in. Get Right coming through Ivy. They've got 1 man down at the end of the 4 trainers. Get Right is going to take down Cappy. This going low, but does get the kill. That leaves us at a 3-on-3, but a massive health advantage for 3D Max should be just about enough to carry them through in this round. But who knows? Once Fifflern gets in gear with that AWP, and it could spell danger for 3D Max. They need to shut him down as quickly as they can. As PHP up on.
He's also got a man behind him this time just to stop him from getting shotgunned in the head.
Yeah. Alright, let's not have that happen again. Wow, that was a nice shot from PHP. Obviously called in earlier on from the man at the end of the 6th train. And they are just holding position, knowing that NIP have to come to them. Fifflern is going to get himself one. Here is Sneaks, going to be under pressure from Get Right, but he picks up the kill. Bomb has actually been planted here by Fifflern. He's missed the second shot, though. And that will be bomb diffused here by 3D Max, their 3rd round of the game.
Good try, good effort, but really stuck in the open there with the bomb, and with AWP in hand, he's only going to get 1 chance. And 3D Max had 2 men anyway, so it was always their advantage there. They reduced the deficit to 3, but you know what? If you'd said before the game, look, we're not going to play the first half, guys, okay? And Ninjas in Pyjamas, you can have 6 rounds on T. They would go, thanks very much, that's very kind, we'll take that.
Yeah.
So, still very healthy for the Swedes, who are attempting to reach their first RaidCall EMS 1 Cup Grand Final. And Exist is putting a ton of pressure on them right now as Guardian picks off Freiburg relatively straightforwardly. They have got the inside already, but Fiflaren perfectly placed, crouched on the lower, and takes out Guardian AWP to AWP, eye to eye. And this is now Ninjas in Pyjamas round to lose. 3 versus 1, and Cappy's already been clipped here, down to 73. And is now being pincered by Get Right and his teammate who's coming from CT Spawn right now. And that'll be that.
Dead. Yeah, Exist had come around the side of him there, and he was kind of crouched, focusing on Get Right, but they closed him out nicely. And again, Ninjas in Pyjamas bounce straight back. And what's that going to mean? Look at the cash totals that we've got here for 3D Max. Actually, Guardian's got a good chunk of money to spend, but it's kind of useless for him to, pick up an AWP when the rest of his team are on the eco anyway. So they're going to be going for pretty much a full eco. We do have PHP with a shotgun, and as I say that, he gets hunted down straight away from NIP, who've really made a meal of these outer pushes so far. They've gone really well for them. Aside from a couple of brilliant performances, to be honest, singular performances from 3D Max, this could be a completely different scoreline again. I mean, there's 2 rounds where individual skill alone has really helped them to win it. Sneaks here pushing down, actually will get the kill onto Exist. That bomb not quite planted. Oscar picked off there by Get Right, who's going to get the bomb planted. Sneaks. I mean, Fiflaren and Get Right are both low, but Forrest on full HP is going to be the real tough one for him to take. Does have an AK now, though. That gives him more of a chance. And as he goes up the ladder, he's going to be looking to hold on to that one for the remainder of this round. Let's see what position he actually decides to choose in the end. Forrest's going to be coming around that front side. And Sneaks is going to peek out. Forrest was ready for it. And that will be NIP. Guaranteed a lead from the first half.
Don't understand that for a save. I would have just waited in the upper hallways and had the advantage of knowing that they can come from the front or pop, and then at least you can get a shot off. But coming out there towards T-Spawn, knowing that they've secured the A-bomb site, don't know if that was the wisest thing. Nevertheless, it was just a save gun, so no biggie, I suppose. Ninjas in Pyjamas now leading 8-3 on what is actually a CT bias map. I do know that, by the way, just for those of you in chat, just in case you're sitting there screaming, Red Eye knows nothing, he said this is a T map. I was joking, it was irony, it was sarcasm. 2 already lost, in fact 3 already lost from the 3D Max team. I can't count, it's definitely something I can't do. And double grenades going over towards Cappy, who does pick up 1 as a reply. Fiflaren will deal with Sneaks though, so we've got a 3 versus 1. And Fiflaren will pick up the wall shot on Cappy, who's up on the top balcony there on the outer bomb site. So 9-3, and really, I hate to be a downer, but 9-3 on T-side train, that's pretty much game over.
In any normal circumstance.
Oh, here we go. See, Joe's going to be Mr.
Captain
Positive.
Optimism to the rescue. Yeah, 9-3 is a horrible score to have as a CTs, but it's not over till the fat lady sings, and I'm not singing just yet. So here we go. Backing away from this inner bomb site. Looks like they are going to be going once again towards outer. Slower this time around, though. Last time they did this, someone popped up with a shotgun and nailed them in the back, which they're not going to fall for 2 times in one matchup, I'm sure. As Forrest and Fiflaren here edging their way in towards that inner bomb site. Sneak's going to go down. Shot missed from Fiflaren as he takes damage as well at the same time. Look at him. He's got Forrest to help out. PHP does get picked off. Guardian's at the back. He's going to die here surely as well to Forrest. Yes, he will. With the AK. And now it leaves Oscar and Cappy with those P250s to try and rescue something of this round. Up until now, not got a kill, but Exist is low. Get Right going to come around. Oscar will take him out with a clean headshot. Says, right then, AK, I'll be looking to save that for this next round as Cappy goes down. And Oscar going to go running outside. And then decides to come for some unknown reason to me inside again and loses that AK that he had a decent chance of saving anyway. 10 rounds to 3, 2 to go. Ninjas in Pyjamas flying.
Yeah, and You just scratch your head at some of the stuff that you... I mean, it's easy for us. It really... I mean, I don't want to criticise. They're pro players. They're top of the tree. But sometimes, as a spectator, you just see stuff that drives you mad. It looks so obvious to us. But it really isn't. Heat of the moment stuff. Decisions are made. And really, 3D Max are good for this 3-10 loss right now. They've only really had one outstanding round, and that came from a piece of brilliance from the AWP of Guardian. But save for that, really, Nip have just... They haven't seemed troubled. They really haven't been put under pressure. But now they are a man down. And to be fair to 3D Max, they've inflicted a lot of damage without actually picking up the kills too, and that's always a bit frustrating. 5 versus 4 now, and making their way in towards this upper bomb site with Exist, who thinks there might be a man up top, but there isn't. He's actually down on the middle bomb train right now, and Sneaks is now going to pop out and unleash his M4 on Exist, but it's not going to make any difference to him. It's actually PHP that picks up the frag. And now look at this, double from Get Right at the bottom of the train with the bomb planted as well. And only Guardians reply back here. 3 versus 2. Get Right gets a 4-man right now on the verge of a brilliant ace. It's now Guardian versus Get Right. 1 versus 2 with Nip having the advantage here. 4-man from Get Right in the round. Is he going to be able to pick up this 5th? I don't think he will, you know. Instead, he is going to try and run away and save that AWP. Bomb is going to go off anyway. Get Right still on the hunt. Wants to sprint outside and pick up this final kill. Fires off a couple of bullets. Won't quite get the ace. But man, does Mr. Allison deserve the MVP for that round. 11-3 now, thanks to some brilliance from Get Right.
We can pretty much just give him an ace for that one, even if he didn't get the last kill, because that was, you know, that's match-winning stuff right there. I mean, we heard from Guardian early on, 4 kills in 1 round, but that was just clutch stuff. And to be honest, he didn't really change his position either, which is kind of surprising in terms of how badly 3D Max handled him there. He'd not moved. They were jumping all over the place at the back of that inner train yard. And just give it, I mean, you give someone with the pure skill of Get Right, with the pure amazing aim, that kind of opportunity, and he'll take you out all day long. As Freiburg is actually going to get himself the 2nd kill of this round. Make that 3 now. Hat-trick for Freiburg, who's been big so far in this first half as well. Sneaks and Guardian, last 2 men alive. Freiburg actually gets that 4-1. Can he get the ace here? Get Right, going to be dropped. They should now be allowing Freiburg to come in for the ace, and he will pick up the ace to finish this first half off. 12-3 for Ninjas in Pyjamas. There's the scoreboard. Freiburg 20-8 at the end. 15-5 for Get Right. 14 for 8 for Exist. Forest 9 for 9. Fiflern 9 for 6. The other side, Snakes. 8 for 12. Guardian 8 for 12. Yeah, my false teeth are falling out. Oscar 7 for 14. Cappy 8 for 13. And PHP 4 for 15. Not really involved, but it was a 12-3 scoreline. And the 2 rounds that they did win featured 4 kills for Guardian in one of them and 3 kills for Cappy in the other one.
Yeah, individual brilliance is the only thing that got them 3 rounds, in effect. And nice last round from Freiburg. He has been fantastic all the way through these 2 EMS 1 Cups that we've had in the last 2 weeks. And I know sometimes what happens is that Get Right gets a lot of the attention and the focus, as does Forest. And the other 3 don't tend to get their credit where it's due, because they are just a fantastic team as it is, and a fantastic set of individuals, and are all capable of coming up with the ace in the last round. It's almost like Freiburg went, yeah, whatever, Chris. 4-man, here's your 5-man.
So we are into the pistol, and GoTV having... Actually, it's just Forest that's lagging there for us.
Yeah,
weird. In the GoTV. Well, let's see how this goes. This is an all-or-nothing pistol round for 3D Max.
Starts well as well. PHP picking up the headshot. They might get a second one here. No, Freiburg locking down Oscar. Sneaks has been picked off by Fiflern in the middle as well. And suddenly, from having a man advantage, they've got a 2-man deficit. It's 4 versus 2. PHP's got himself a 2nd of the round, though. Might get himself a 3rd, and does. Picks up the headshot with Freiburg. 3 from PHP this time. It's a bit of old school stuff coming in from him. Finally, Cappy is down by Get Right. And it's now a 1 versus 1. PHP on the outer bomb site with bomb in hand. Get Right decides to cover from the long part of the A train on A1. Bomb planted now. PHP not quite sure where Get Right is. Checks left and right. Now has an idea, because he would have heard those bullets. Tense 1v1 right now. If you want anyone in this position, though, you want Get Right. And for 3D Max, you want PHP, who's completely blinded out. Get Right then, well, I think he suffered a bit of blindness as well in the middle of that. And PHP will clutch the round with a 4-man. Game on or not game on? Don't want to get too excited here because...
Yes, because I am Mr.
There we go. There he is.
Captain the game is possibly on right now. There's a disclaimer thrown in there in the middle of the sentence. It's a long way back, and they're against such an amazing team here, but...
Nice round for PHP, though.
Yeah, really. But again, individual stuff that, you know, they're going to win you a few rounds here and there where you're behind, but those individual plays probably aren't going to be able to win you a game, especially against a team with the caliber of Ninjas in Pyjamas. However, 3D Max here in a bomb site have got the bomb down and in position. Question is now, can they hold against 2 men? They've got 4 men left. I think that just one, as Forrest is now working his way up here. And it's done good damage to PHP,
stop
actually.
Tickle him and hit him.
They can't. It's Forrest. You can only tickle the man. There we go. Finally nailing him in the head. And that will be 2 out of 2 for 3D Max. I can't imagine that NIP are going to end up buying here. And as I said, I can't imagine it. They are going to buy.
Do you know what? It's unimaginable. You could think that it was imaginably possible that they would buy that round, but they have.
You know what's great about this? This is an old strategy from 1.6 where I think it was MTW did it first, that they bought a scout in the first in the third round, I should say.
Third round
and then Pyjamas is in there. They buy up whatever they can and really risk everything on this round, which, you know, a team like NIP definitely could pull off. We'll have to see.
Yeah, do like that mini AWP. aka the scout. It's in the hands of Forrest this time round, so Biff Laren was like, you want me to what? No, you can take it if you want.
Yeah.
Cappy, meanwhile, has opened things up for 3D Max. They have just a lot of health here, so got to be reasonably careful. Oscar down to 8, Cappy down to 24, PHP down to 2, and Sneaks down to 19. He's now disposed of by Exist, and now this is game on for Ninjas in Pyjamas. They have the advantage here, and I don't know if they'll know exactly what health points, well they won't, but they'll have a good idea, I'm pretty sure. As Cappy now comes out towards the outer bomb site, gets, well, pasted all over the wall by Exist. And Oscar now replying back. We're at a 2 versus 3, with 10 points of health between 2 players, one of which has now been dropped. And now PHP is the last man alive with an AK in hand, and that grenade, well, that was quite excessive, really. There was no need for that, Get Right. That was excessive grenade use.
Why lay him on the floor when you can blow into different pieces? Scatter him around the map.
Absolutely. So 13-5 then, and that third round bye working out very nicely for the Ninjas.
Yeah, good thing for 3D Max, though. They've just about got enough to fully load out this round, which they're going to be counting on here. Obviously, they lose this one, it's probably going to be a good game after that one. So we'll see how they work things out. We have got an AWP with Guardian. And it looks like they're going for a bit of a split off here. Actually, Get Right in the inner bomb site. He's already very low as Guardian is going to go down. So that's the AWP already out of play here. And the fact that they've not managed to kill Get Right is actually a really big thing in the grand scheme of things. But they're distracted nicely in this bottom side of that inner bomb site as they now finally back away. That's because they're losing men over the other side of the map. They're split up. There are 3 of them now to come in. Oscar has picked up the AWP. Obviously, he was the second man. So it's a grenade comes in. That's going to be a big one. Incendiary grenade goes down as well. They are melting away. Oscar actually managed to get away from it, but he's now the last man as he sits in it for just a tick longer than he should have. Comes around the corner. 5th run deals with him. 14-5. Ninjas in Pyjamas looking now to close out the game.
You know, that round all pivoted on their inability to kill Get Right early, because if they had killed him, he wouldn't have had that incendiary grenade, and he wouldn't have been able to lob it in there and do the damage he did, but they didn't get rid of him, and that's the key point. 14-5 now on an eco, staring down the barrel of a 10-round deficit, heading into what will be match point for Ninjas in Pyjamas. But all they've got to do is convert this round, and already Exist doing a whole ton of damage to the opposing team. Freiburg and Forrest have picked up the kills. Exist now gets the 3rd of the round, so nice little spread between the team. And this should be easy pickings for Get Right on the inner bomb site. Does get 1. And last man alive will now be Cappy with the underpowered Glock. I'm joking, of course, but it has been nerfed. And you would expect that that was the case from the last patch as well. Freiburg picks up his second of the round, and there it is, 10 match points. No second chances this time round. Nip went out at this stage last week in the first cup to win faculty. They're not going to make the same mistake this week, Joe. It's 15-5.
No, there's no way they're throwing this one away. I mean, lowest scoring man in terms of kills on the Nip side is got more kills than anyone else over for 3D Max. So overall, not the greatest day that 3D Max have had here in Counter-Strike Go, but they've got the chance still. They've got 10 rounds to put on the board. No mean, a mean feat, to be honest, against any team. But against a team like Nip, well, you just can't really expect it.
It's just all stacked, isn't it? They're on the wrong side, on the wrong map, against the wrong team.
And as we say that, they pick up 2 kills. And we're down to a 2 versus 2 as Exist and Freiburg chime in. Cappy actually only on 14 health, but he's making a run for a bomb plant now on this inner site. He's going to get the bomb planted as well. And they're trying to deal with Freiburg on the outside. That was PHP. We're going to watch Exist in this scenario, who's working his way into that inner site. He's got to clutch this one to pick it up. It'll give him 3 kills overall in the round. Takes a slight bit of damage there as he drops off. Bomb's actually out in the open here, so they can just wait it off. Wait for Exist to actually get in a position where he has to defuse that bomb, and then just come over the side and take him down. Cappy actually from the top side. Oh, and he's going to manage it! He's not got time, though. He's not got time. Oh, sad. That was sad from Exist. That was amazing from Exist, but I feel sad for him as well.
I nearly jumped out of my chair when he pulled those 2 shots off. Spun around through 110 degrees to pick off the second one as well. Just didn't have enough time for the defuse, and 1 match point is saved. 3D Max now hold on to a slim chance of drawing here on Train in the semi-final of the RaidCall EMS 1 Cup 2. Ninjas in Pyjamas expected to roll through the first cup, didn't happen. Expected to roll through the second cup, and it's on the verge of happening now. Forest and Fifth Land picks up a second. There's Oscar, who's the last man alive. The GGs are already exchanged, and Oscar now is going to put up a little bit of defence here. He will pick up 1, but not the second, and Exist nails him for the final kill of the round. 16-6, and NIP advance to the final.
Yeah, credit to 3D Max there for, putting up something by the end of the game, but something's just not good enough against a team like Nip.
It needs to be something fantastic, phenomenal, amazing, brilliant, which is what Faculty did last week. So
it was already done, right, by the end of the T side.
Job was done halfway through the first half, if we're honest. I mean, build up that kind of big lead on Train on the T side, and it's just so hard to come back. It really is. The
question is now, in the grand final, can Epsilon stop Nip?
Well, it almost is the other way round. I'm not going to be facetious about this, but Epsilon won last week. They were the champions in this particular cup, and it's up to Nip to take them down. Whatever happens now, it's going to be the second consecutive RaidCall EMS 1 Cup won by a Swedish team.
It is.
Only thing I can guarantee you happening in the final.
So Swedish dominance is...
It's back.
It's back.
It's back. If you weren't with us 13 years ago in esports, the Swedes pretty much dominated everything. It didn't matter what they played, whether it was Unreal Tournament, Quake 3, Counter-Strike. They pretty much won everything. And we're sort of back to that kind of thing as well. It's quite odd, actually, because earlier on today you mentioned that Thresh would be at the LCS this weekend. And I thought, wow, that's brilliant. Dennis Fong's coming back. That's amazing. And then I realised that actually you're talking about a champion.
Yeah.
So let's move swiftly on from that one.
A League of the Legends. So yeah, as we said, as per usual, I should say, we're going to be taking a quick break here. But when we come back, we shall be moving into our grand final. Epsilon going to be taking on their Swedish. What can we call them?
Friends.
Friends. Wait, that was the wrong button.
Maybe not friends.
They're Swedish kind of friends.
Counterparts.
We'll have to see about that. Swedish counterparts, that's the word I'm looking for. In the grand final, best of 3, so at least 2 more games coming your way tonight from the RaidCall EMS 1 Cup. Number 2 for Counter-Strike Go. We'll see you soon, guys.
want. Haters are always hanging around like a crucifix, but I've been on the chase, homie, I'm a fugitive. Nowadays got it all figured out, I don't really gotta take so long. But I'm missing all the times in the past when I couldn't see your face at all. That's why the chase is on, chase is on, chase is on. That's why the chase is on, chase is on, chase is on. Yeah, I said I could love a mystery more than any misdemeanor. I ain't into wizardry, but all I see is these Sabrina teenage witches with the visas, MasterCards, and Listerine. Got me so stressed, one day I will look like Mr. Clean. Cheese, not a bald man, who he needs a hall pass. I would rather kick it and do nothing like a mall rat. Never kill Mitchell, but baby, I swear I'm all that. Cause I leap years every time you fall back to where you came from. Now where the hate go? Oh, you from Wu-Tang? Then watch your face go. Bottle of my confidence and sell it by the caseload. Take a bunch of optimists and drop them in the same boat. Ask them if that shit's half full, half empty. Too big for my own good, D can be. Matumbo, you dumbos just envy. Name a bunch of rappers and pretend that you forget me. But nowadays got it all figured out, I don't really gotta take so long. But I'm missing all the times in the past when I couldn't see your face at all. That's why the chase is on, chase is on, chase is on. That's why the chase is on, chase is on, chase is on. So we stay chasing on, getting paid, break your heart every day. But if you want, I'ma take it all back. If you want, I'ma take it all back. So we stay chasing on, getting paid, break your heart every day. But if you want, I'ma take it all back. If you want, I'ma take it all back. Nowadays got it all figured out, I don't really gotta take so long. But I'm missing all the times in the past when I couldn't see your face at all. That's why the chase is on, chase is on, chase is on. That's why the chase is on, chase is on, chase is on. Devastating backstroke, all the way from France. Shiny, shiny cufflinks, shirt sleeve doing hands. Vince shot man in morning, coming for to dance. You're Egyptian cotton, the kids don't stand a chance. The kids don't stand, the kids don't stand, the kids don't stand a chance. The kids don't stand, the kids don't stand, the kids don't stand a chance. You criticize the practice by murdering the plans, ignoring all the history, denying them romance. The Finch-shot man in the morning are coming for to dance. $40 million, the kids don't stand a chance. The kids don't stand, the kids don't stand, the kids don't stand a chance. The kids don't stand, the kids don't stand, the kids don't stand a chance. I didn't like the business, but that was at first glance. Your pillow feels so soft now, but still you must advance. It's been strap man in the morning, the partners in the dance. The paper's shot to pieces,